Welcome to Focus in the Noise. Let's talk real conversations, real experiences, no shortcuts. You're watching Focus in the Noise. I'm your host, Ed Newby. I want to talk a little bit today about new technicians or current technicians, older technicians, and culture, the HVAC culture right now in Houston, Texas. Okay, when I started out, being a solid technician meant that you showed up every day, you're able to diagnose most issues. You had some help along the way, we all do. But being able to fix things, give customers solid suggestions, give them options, figure out things that were hard. And I feel like some of the culture is starting to change. And I don't necessarily always mean that change is better. We're losing technicians and really good technicians in the industry to some crazy competition offers. The offers are almost like the NIL for the guy in college football. We're offering the moon. We are giving out $100,000 salaries or base salaries, commissions, the thoughts of multiple days off, all these crazy things. And then we get there. What do you get when you get there? You don't get autonomy. You don't get to sit down and look at that call, that furnace, and say XYZ. You have a sales quota. A lot of technicians right now are walking around with high KPIs in their tool bag, not just hand tools. They got numbers in their head they got to get to, or they get out of the van. So not all things are as what they seem. I'm a small business, less than 30 employees. So I have a little bit more leeway in which the technicians can come out and perform, feed their families, do a very good job, raise their families, build wealth without the pressures of, hey, everything is a new system. If it's 3 years or older, I want you to make a call to the comfort advisor. He's going to be down the street. I read some terrible thing about a company in Florida the other day that literally has the sales guy around the corner. There's 2 vans that get dispatched, and it's your job to figure out why he needs to be there to sell that customer. Let's talk about sales for just a minute. I'm a very good salesman, and sales pay your bills. Sales that need to be sold. I call it positive revenue. Negative revenue is when you go in knowing or not knowing that a compressor's still under warranty, yet we don't offer that to the customer. What? Think about that for a minute. What does that do to our profession when we're offering things that aren't broke? Does it mean the customer doesn't have the opportunity or shouldn't be given the opportunity to upgrade to whatever they want? We can inform them of the options, but we should not be making those decisions for them. Are you steering a customer in the wrong direction because you have a number you got to hit by Friday? Is that fair? Is it right? That's what a lot of companies are swaying it to do. Leave those small independent places. There's no growth opportunity. We have multi-million-dollar boo, 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 boo. Who cares? Who cares? If there's not an opportunity for you to grow personally, all while going to bed at night and keeping your integrity, then is it an opportunity? I got guys that are coming in and out of the fields with sales only ideas. They don't even know how to change a contactor or why a contactor fails. Sales are not a bad thing. Forced sales suck. And forced sales are going to kill our industry. Now, I'm not saying all sales and all big companies are great and small companies don't fail. I'm not saying it's David versus Goliath. But where the hell did the work ethics come from? Where did our duty to the customer go? Right? Like, everybody's building to sell. Ed, we don't want to be you. We don't want to be turning 50 and have a business for 16 years. Pop, you're mom and pop and you're pop. Well, guess what? Pop's good being pop. And pop still wants to hire technicians that want to come and be something and be technical. Hands-on. We want to solve problems. We want to make money too. We want to be the top sales guy for guess what? Systems that need to be sold. Opportunities are there and they can be gotten the right way. It's a sore subject. Okay? It's a sore subject. Is it because I'm being beaten and I'm going to be pushed out of the industry because I'm still a small business? Kiss my ass. This is what this industry was built on. And I don't care. I don't care. If you want an opportunity to come to a place who definitely cares about you, cares about your families. I talked about fatigue in my last episode. A lot of that is thinking about my other families, my coworkers. You know, because when you wear the owner hat, you are the provider. You got to provide people hours. You got to provide them a place where they can work and feel that they have, for one, they matter. For two, they are not just a number. And if they don't drive in numbers, they don't have a place to stay. Do you want to go work for the monsters? Great, go ahead. You're going to understand that they are throwing out wicked money, wicked offers, wicked everything. Is the grass always greener? Sure, sometimes. What's it fertilized in? BS. It's fertilized in BS. I'm not saying every small company is where you need to be, and that's where the opportunity is. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not anti-sales. I'm not anti-private equity. But all my focus can't be on getting Mrs. Jones into an inverter when she don't need one. I worked for a guy a long time ago that used fear as his best tool in his bag. He would lie. He would go as far as selling a control board back in 2008. Hand the box to the technician to go put it in, and a kid get up there and go, there ain't nothing in the box. You don't think that crap happens? You're full of it if you don't think that happens. We're building the industry. Not all of them, guys. And it doesn't mean if you're a technician at a big company or you're a technician at a private equity company that you're a crook. You're not. You went there for opportunity, and who blames you, right? Go for the right reasons. And if you want to go back to being in a service truck and not being a number, being appreciated, being heard, being trained to work on things, go back to where we had passion about what we were able to do, our ability, our credibility, our word meant something. Don't be afraid to go back to mom and pop. We're still here. We're not going anywhere. Not all of us are for sale. I read a lot of books. Built to Sell is one. It ain't me right now. It ain't me for a while. Go where there's opportunity, but go where you're not having to get negative equity. If you're being pushed to do things that you know is immoral, not right. But also don't go into it with all they wanted me to do was make offers. All they wanted me to do was push maintenance. All they wanted me to do was upgrade parts. Well, guess what, guys? Gals? We should be selling parts that are old. We should be upgrading systems that cost too much money to run. Our 410A is gone. Why are we trying to find a evaporator coil on Nextdoor or on these pages from these other HVAC guys? Hey, I need a coil for an R410A system. No, you don't. The customer needs a new system. You're sticking them with something that's outdated and gone. So I'm not anti-move to the next level. But not all 3-year-old systems need to be replaced. Figure out how to work on one. Maybe you go to ChatGPT, YouTube, be a YouTube technician. Call somebody. Figure out how to fix it. KPIs cannot drive the industry, or we won't have one because no one's going to trust any of us. The consumer is the end user. So whatever comes down the line, whether it is an increase on tape, a new refrigerant changeover, whatever it is, the customer, in which you are the only reason any of us have a job is customer, is the last one holding the bag. And if you're standing there willingly trying to push somebody's mom, trying to push my mom, I'll bust some teeth on my mom. Here it is, damn near Mother's Day. Push my mom into something that she doesn't need. No, that's when the gloves come off. Don't let your sales tongue get in the way of what's doing right. Doesn't mean the right thing is not a sale. We can have all the controversy talk that you want to. Ed is anti-sales. Ed is a top selling performer, because when I go see a 12-year-old system that's costing the customer hundreds of wasted dollars, and I see old ductwork, guys, if you can't go into a home and find things is not what I'm saying. Look around, observe things. There's things there. Float switches, indoor air quality, bad ductwork, an old thermostat. Does it mean you're going to go home with a boatload of commissions? Probably not. I'm not saying don't sell the things that don't. Do you offer maintenance at every call? If you don't, I don't understand why we are not offering maintenance to folks. If you don't maintain the system, they're dead. They're gone. They're not going to last. It's your job to get customers to understand the importance of doing the maintenance, changing filters, cleaning coils. Because some folks don't have $15,000 under the mattress for the next one. Do the right thing. Sleep at night. If you'd like an opportunity here in Houston, come talk to us here at All Star. 855-367-6922. Ask for Colin, ask for Sean, ask for Ed. Say, hey man, I heard you, and I would like to come and see what an opportunity looks like to be a technician in my trade, whether it's plumbing, electrical, HVAC, to do things right, to be trained how to be a professional, not a number. I don't have numbers that work around the office. I don't know their faces.